What's up, everybody? Welcome to Prime Sports Media. I'm back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to break this one down. I've been talking about this on this channel over the time that we've been broadcasting over here. You have said this in the chat room. Those of you who follow this channel, thank you for following this channel. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. Share this video in your social media, your community tab, everywhere, because this one is a good one. Now, as you see in the title of this video, you have negative recruitment against Coach Prime. You've got negativity from these rival coaches, these rival schools that are recruiting against Coach Prime. Now, we know that recruitment in college football is a competitive endeavor, no doubt about it. But there's where people cross the line. With Coach Prime, they're crossing the line big time. Now, I said this in a previous video. When CU lost that game against Oregon, it was Keyshawn Johnson, because I had people in the comments section of this video saying, where's the proof? Where is the proof that these coaches are hating on Coach Prime and collaborating to beat him? Keyshawn Johnson said on the Undisputed that within the coaching circles that he had talked to, and this is a guy who played professional football, played at USC, that the coaches were doing everything they could to collaborate information to Oregon because they wanted to see Coach Prime get beat real bad and take him a notch down. So the hate doesn't stop there. It's continuing when you have a particular recruit who has committed to this program, and you know who this man is. Let me put him up here. Jordan Seaton. This young man right here, in a honest video, spilled the beans, told the truth. Okay?
Tell the truth.
That during his recruitment experience, he experienced the negativity, the bias, and in my opinion, there's some underlying racism, because you look at college football, it's mainly dominated by white coaches. You only have a handful of black coaches within a football, college football world that has hundreds of teams, in the hundreds or more. Okay, and so I just want to let you know that this is very serious, because it feeds into the reality, not our delusions, that there are coaches and schools out there that are targeting anything that they can do to keep recruits from staying in Colorado or even signing and committing to Colorado. Now, we know in college football there is competitive juice between coaches and other we know that. We know that the coaches will do whatever they want or try anything to convince a young man not to go to the school that he really wants to go to. We know that. But I think they're taking it a step more, in my opinion, hateful towards Coach Prime, upping the negativity. Now, when we look at Jordan Seaton, remember there was this issue about, did he sign, or was he going to sign his NLI and commit to Colorado? I'm going to put this up here. That's him right there at one of the high school camps, high school all-star recruitment camps. There was question about whether he was going to sign. Remember, he went on the Undisputed and said, hey, why not go to a program with someone that looks like you? If you're down with what Coach Prime is doing here, be a part of the history of what he's trying to build, come on over. And then in the media, they made these statements about, oh, he hadn't signed, he's getting cold feet. Maybe Jordan Seaton is going to go back home and play at Maryland. There was all this talk about that. Not necessarily true. I want to play something, audio for you, because I'm going to get into this, and you're going to definitely appreciate where this is going. Let me play this audio for you, because this is how the media twists things in a way, because they really are hating these coaches out here on Coach Prime. We were under the impression that the young man had some change of mind, but here he is on the well-off media with Sanders Jr. I just want to give you a little clip of this. Listen.
Move around. You know, people, you know, it was crazy out here.
You know,
We had this joint calculated to a T, so don't believe the hype, but we are the hype.
South Beach, Miami.
You know how this get.
Now, I want to stop it right there because what Jordan Seaton said there is that don't believe the hype of what you're hearing because we are the hype. So the whole time he was coming to CU, he was going to sign with CU. This is where he wants to be. But during the course of this experience in the recruitment, as exciting as it can be for a young high school prospect going into college, there are some downsides, some negativities, and I want you to hear this. Now, these are the schools that were heavily trying to flip him. I want to play this audio right here and let you hear what he says right here. Check this out.
Back to your question about what schools, Ohio State was hitting me up. Tennessee, where they were trying to come see me. I don't even think you could do that. I don't know, but they're just like they're every school was trying to do it.
And I want to say right there, what Jordan Seaton said there, ladies and gentlemen, is true. You're not supposed to come and see these recruits like that. There are certain rules, bylaws that you have to play by. And you can see these is how you have these violations. But let's continue to hear what the young man is saying.
Everything they had to, try to make the last push or, yeah.
Which coaches did you talk to in those final days?
Final day coaches, Coach Fry, can't forget Alabama. Me and Wolf came to my school. We had a long, in-depth conversation. Almost flipped there. Yeah. There was a lot going on at the time.
Talking about Alabama, he almost decided to go with Alabama.
Coach Fry, Coach Wolf, Tennessee, Coach Hype, Oregon for sure. Oregon hit me up. And then kind of like later in the mix, just Nebraska, their staff in Rayola.
Rayola reaching out to you there. What was his pitch?
He was just kind of say just make history. So I'm like, make history. I can make history at Colorado, So it's just like.
That's right, brother. You can make history at Colorado, and that's what he is intending to do. Now, that was the beginning of the interview, and I'm going to say this again. Jordan Seaton said out of his mouth, and you're going to hear it, or you're going to see it, that he experienced some negativity from other schools saying some negative things about Coach Prime's program, making statements about, you don't want to play there. Do you want to be a rapper? They actually said this to Jordan Seaton. Did he want to be a rapper? They questioned his decision-making and wanting to play for Coach Prime by, in my opinion, using stereotypes. And this is something that black people have had to deal with in this country. And Coach Prime's no different, okay? Now, Coach Prime, he likes to wear his jewelry. He has a flashy look and what have you. So what did they do? They tried to turn that around into a stereotype by saying, you're trying to be a rapper? Last time I checked, they're not rapping at CU. They're playing football. But you see, by saying that, they're trying to underestimate, undervalue, and marginalize Coach Prime, his players, the program, the whole 9 yard. And you could tell when Jordan Seaton, you're going to hear him say this live, you're going to see it visually, that Jordan wasn't thrilled about the negative experience that he had in recruitment as they tried to downplay and stereotype him by saying, you don't want to be a rapper, do you? If you go to CU, you're going there to be a rapper. This is ridiculous. You have to laugh to keep from crying. I'm just telling you all the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's really crazy. So with that said, this is fair use with the purpose of educating, parody, news reporting, critical analysis. Check out what Jordan Seaton had to say for yourself. Here we go. Peace.
Were there schools negatively recruiting against Deion Sanders? What was said to you during that, especially down the stretch?
They were saying, this is the most famous one I got. It was like, what do you want to be, a rapper or something?
Boom. right there. Jordan Seaton says out of his own mouth that this was the most famous one. Do you want to be a rapper? Why would they say that? Because the goal is to make Coach Prime and the program look bad. Now, it makes me wonder, ladies and gentlemen, how many other kids that Coach Prime has been trying to recruit, how many of them are getting the same negative statements being thrown at them as Jordan Seaton did during his recruitment period? And how many of them brought into the shenanigans of that and decided not to go with CU? It's just a thought that you should all have in your mind. Let's hear some more.
Hey, I get what you're saying, but bro, it was a lot of negative recruiting about him. I feel like some people don't understand that he only been there for about what, like, has it been a year yet?
Yeah, like a year.
It's been a year. Like the turnaround that program had from 1-11 to what, they went 5-6.
Right there. This shows you that Jordan Seaton is a very mature young man. A lot of people saying that, hey, this guy might be ready for the NFL. Now, he made a good point. Coach Prime has only had 1 year. Let's all hold our horses. 1 year under his belt to turn over a roster that was a horrible roster with guys on that roster who were not serious, trying to bring radios in the locker room and not paying attention. So he had to clean house, bring in new players. They were 1-11 a year. What, the season before that was the 2022 season. This 2023 season, they went 4-8, and in most of the games, they could have won those games. They got blown out by two teams, Washington State and Oregon. Coach Prime said that he was, 7 to 8 dogs away from really turning things around. And guess what? Jordan Seaton, as I put him up here, is one of those dogs. But you heard him out of his own mouth talk about how they negatively stereotyped. And let's hear some more from Jordan Seaton.
6, like 4-8, yeah. To that, it's like cool. Like you see it, like for example, like Coach Napier and them staff. How long they been there?
This is their
Second year. Same thing. Like you got to take some time. Like Alabama was at Bama in 6 months. It takes time. Like like just give it like a year.
This is what I've been saying on this channel, and y'all know it. I have used Nick Saban in Alabama as the perennial example, because when Nick Saban took over Alabama was a horrible program. They went down into the dumps. It took Nick Saban about 3 to 5 to 6 years to get them to where they are today. When he took them over the first year, they didn't have a great record. Second year, they didn't have a great record. They were getting there because he had time to bring in the right type of players. And for those of you out there who hated on Coach Prime saying, why did he get rid of all those players? Nobody said this about Nick Saban. He had to get rid of players out of his program that weren't there, making the good right fit. So I'm bringing them up as an example, as you see Jordan Seaton bring them up as an example, because it takes time. And this young man says, I can make history at Colorado because Coach Prime is building something brand new, instead of going to Alabama where he would just be another offensive lineman. Let's hear some more of this again.
Like Alabama was at Bama in 6 months.
Right.
It takes time. Like just give it like a year, another year, maybe 2 years. And that's going to be a real program that everybody's going to want to go to.
Did you hear what he said? He said, give it a few years. Give it 3 years to 5 years, 6 years, maybe. And that'll be a real program that everybody's going to want. Well, guess what? Coach Prime is in the same bag as I put him up here right now. He's in the same situation of building blocks. Another thing, as we witnessed over this past season, we witnessed Deion Sanders take a lot of unnecessary sacks and hits. And hopefully with the offensive line being rebuilt as it has been, and those young men signing, we're looking for a better season in 2024. And we know that Coach Prime is the portal king. All right, I'm going to read this off to you once more. This is the predicted Colorado record next season, right? What is their predicted for yourself? Like, they're playing North Dakota. They're playing Nebraska, Colorado State at Colorado, Arizona at Colorado, at Arizona, Utah at home, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Kansas State's going to be a tough game. Cincinnati, they can win that. Kansas may be a little bit of a battle, right? Texas Tech, they can beat them, and UCF will be a tough game. But it's not as the schedule is not as difficult as it was this past season, coming out of the Pac-12, playing in the Pac-12, and now moving over to the Big 12. So there it is, everybody. I just wanted y'all to hear it for yourself, what the young man had to say. It was the truth that there are coaches that are negatively recruiting. Now, if this is happening to Jordan Seaton, then you damn well know it's happening to every player that they've either tried to recruit, have recruited, or they're attempting to do so, where these other coaches in schools are throwing out these sort of stereotypes by saying things like, why you want to go to CU, Colorado? You trying to go there to be a rapper, go there to be a DJ, right? Nothing about their education. They have great education at CU. Nothing about the program, going places. This is what it is in competitive football, college football. They'll say and do anything to keep these kids from going to Coach Prime, because you know that Coach Prime is not that hard to find, y'all. Y'all know that. And he has said that. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Share this in all your social media. This is Prime Sports Media. I thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. I really appreciate you all that are here. And what I want to do is I want to throw this up here. I always like throwing this up here. Thank you for watching again. Like and comment on this video and subscribe, everybody. With that said, y'all take care. Peace.